KippiAtHome.com. Thank you for stopping by. I wanted to share with you how I made this really cute Advent calendar for kids. And of course it could be for older people as well, but I have candy in mine, and this would be absolutely bring sheer joy to me if I'd have had this as a child. And I used things that I had and bought a little bit of candy from the dollar store. So let's get started and I'll show you how easy this is. All right, let's get started. So I'll put the link below and you can grab that printout, and it prints out 1 through 25. However, you might just do 12 Days of Christmas, which is fantastic, and that starts on the 25th. But you could just do 1 through 12 and do the 12 Days of Christmas. And this is a fun little project that, even kids could do. So you print out all the little numbers and cut them out, and you can see I used elementary school scissors, so that's simple. And I've used things from around the house. I used Christmas cards that I actually purchased from the Dollar Tree, but you can actually purchase or use old Christmas cards, to upcycle them. And I had this wrapping paper already. I used craft paper, and I made them kind of all different. It's a tile I had, and it's an 8x8 square. It's a fantastic template for this particular project. So I just made those little lines on there, cut it out, simple as can be, just using what I have. It's my favorite kind of projects. And then once I get it cut out, I'm just going to fold it into a little pouch, and you're going to see how that looks. That's real simple too, and you might decide to do a different arrangement on the pouch, or however, whatever shape you want it, and just kind of an origami, I guess, and find out what works best for your treats that you want to put in yours. Try to decide which way to turn this. It's about where the stripes are going to be, because it is a square. It's an 8x8 square. I'm just going to use some tape. I'm going to tape it up. What I'm trying not to do is to actually make it folded. I press a seam or a fold into it where the sides are, because I want that to kind of be a pouch, and we don't really want it to be flat. I do at the top and at the bottom, but not in the center. Whatever you can do, and I'm trying to show you here that just try to keep it a little loose there on the sides, and then kind of find the center. And it's not an exact science, just have fun with it. It's just a fun little paper craft. And fold the other little side up, and I kind of made it to a point, and like I said, you can just make it any shape you want. It's as long as you secure it and it holds the treat in there, and it would be according to what size your treat is. So I just kind of made up my own little design, used my favorite glue gun by Arrow Fastener, and just secured it with a little bit of glue, a 3 places. Hold it 1, 2, 3, and then you can just set it aside while you get that little circle that you cut out with a number. And I love to use paper plate. I really should own stock in the paper plate company, but I use it a lot for crafting, and I try to reuse my plates. So I kind of have a stack of them. Some of them have paint, but anyway, this one's going to be for glue, and I'm just using a thing from the kids' craft bin. And it's just a glue, and it could be any kind of glue. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you have is fine. But the kids can help you out with that, and they'll even think this is fun to do, and they can help fill the little treat things. And it's a perfect gift to give somebody, and have the kids give someone. It's like make them up a 12 Days of Christmas. Now, 12 Days of Christmas, starts, of course, on Christmas Day on the 25th, and runs for 12 days. And that is actually the celebration after Christ is born. So we're just going to kind of pat it down there. And once again, I'm trying not to make those creases on the side. So then once I'll put my treat in there, then I'm going to do the top. So I used candy, so you could put anything, a little thing in there. And I just want to show you this little cup from the Dollar Tree. And I cut out a little cricket design there. It says cheers. It's from a hot cocoa bar. And I can put a link to that post below. I also did a whole entire blog post about how to make one of these, so you can check that out too. I'll put that below, and you can see. And there's some other crafters in my post where we reuse old Christmas cards. So I use them for everything, and you're going to see about that in a minute. So I'm just kind of doing that same arrangement there, and then I just left it be like that, instead of tilting it back down. So they kind kind of an arrow up. Then I used tape to secure this in instead of hot glue. I didn't want to put hot glue in there because I have chocolate. It doesn't seem like that would work out well. So I'm just grabbing a hole punch, something I already own. Didn't go buy anything but the candy. So I'll make a hole punch, and that way I can secure it. But first, we got to make that little tag. Now you can write the child's name or put something on there, but here are the little cards I bought. And I just bought some so I would have enough to do all of these, because if you make a whole bunch of them, you might not have enough Christmas cards. But you can start out with the ones that you're upcycling from the year before. They're fantastic. And some of them, the art is so pretty, you want to put them in a frame or, do something with. You don't want to just throw them away. So this, how do you like that? So you got to have it going the right way, by the way. And I wanted it not to be upside down, so I cut the card in half so I could turn it upside the right, so to speak. And it doesn't matter. Kids will enjoy it either way. So I punch it out, and this little tag is fantastic to put on your gifts as well. So it makes perfect gift tags. And you could use any kind of paper at all to do it. So now I can write a little something on there for each day and you can put a little prayer on there, a little blessing or something, put the child's name, anything you want on there, and that's just part of the gift. So here it goes. Now my grandmother used to make us an Advent candy ribbon, and I can put the link to that below. And that was in the 60s. And that's kind of she was my inspiration for the whole thing. We loved it. And she would give it to us on Thanksgiving, and she'd give it to all the grandkids, and you just have to untie and get your candy every day, till it was Christmas time. So it's that kind of thing. I loved that as a child. So that's why I thought this would be delightful. And so I just went out in the woods behind my house, and I got this stick. I spray painted it black, and then I came back after it dried and I spray painted it with a glitter. And I'll put a link to that glitter, because you definitely, if you're you just look for projects just to use that. This is the neatest stuff I've ever seen, because it sprays glitter and it stays put. It's not peeling off and going everywhere. I love it. The twine I got at the Dollar Tree, and it was 3 things of twine for $1. So that was a great find. You definitely want to pick that up the next time you're in there. So I'm just tying it on there, and because 25 gives me an uneven number, I have 8 in each row, and that gives me 24. So 25, I thought, what the heck, I'll just put it down the center. So that's the special one that's number 25. So you just want to make sure your stick's long enough that can accommodate all of that. And then I used wire to wire on some fairy lights, and I used greenery that I also picked up at the Dollar Tree, and just cut it and wired it on there all together. And then those little fairy light ends, I used a little bit of ribbon there at the end, and then I tied it on a little tighter. I double tied it, but I was just trying to hold that battery pack on there, so kind of camouflage it too. So it's really pretty. It actually looks great on the walls. A really pretty Christmas decoration. So you could put that up and just enjoy how it looks as well. All right, that was fun. I told y'all it would only take a few minutes to make. It's easy things you already have in your home. Just do a little printout, and I'll put the link to that printout below, and you can just grab that and see all how to make it on my blog if you want to see more about any of the steps. All right, y'all, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you soon.